When I started at Muncie Power Products, I saw the need for a productivity increase in our sawing area. One of my duties as a senior industrial engineer at Muncie Power is to look at new equipment. I had 3 separate bandsaws running 3 shifts, 24 hours a day, 6 days a week. And we were still having a little bit of issues keeping up with the productivity of the shop. Currently, Muncie runs 96 CNC machines, and I could not keep up with productivity in the sawing area. Upon research at IMTS and other venues, we noticed the new technology in cold sawing. We investigated who supported that and built those types of machines, and that's when we stumbled across HE&M, the tried and true brand that offered this type of machine. So we went to a live demo in Pryor, watched the machine cut. They actually had us bring some of our bar stock with us so that we could cut and do test cuts on our actual product. So when we saw that, the cold saw technology, we embraced that and purchased the KTC 150. We installed it, I believe, in 2018. Upon installation of that, I immediately got rid of 2 of my bandsaws. It replaced, the KTC pretty much replaced all 3, but we keep 1 for aluminum, small batch odds and ends, over 6-inch material, things like that. So we did keep 1 bandsaw for just the odds and ends stuff, but the KTC has overtaken the vast majority of our sawing capabilities at Muncie. Under normal productivity, I can throttle back to 1 shift 5 days a week and keep up with the entire shop. With increased productivity, I just add that 2nd shift and it has no problem keeping up with 7 days a week, 24-hour operation in our facility. Part of my role as senior industrial engineer at Muncie Power is to justify and calculate and purchase new machinery. During the justification of the KTC 150 was to calculate cycle times, remnant lengths, things of that nature to justify the ROI of the machine. We calculated through our cost savings funnel about 5.5 to 6 month ROI on the KTC 150 versus our current processing. So based on the decreased cycle times, the decreased remnant length and decreased waste, and the big increase in productivity, we realized that ROI in about 5.5 to 6 months right on the calculation. A few months into the run, we had an operator training issue that resulted in some damage to the spindle of the machine. I called HE&M service and support and talked with Joe Pirtle. He assured me that they would be ordering the necessary parts, that he would bring the crew in and personally supervise this improvement, both to teach Muncie Power Products on what is causing that and what would be the future solution for that kind of stuff, and to ensure reliability in the future of the saw. That was a very successful process. We were done under the time that he estimated. The saw's been running ever since flawlessly, and I couldn't be more satisfied with HE&M's parts and service support. Well, let's go take a look at the machine in operation.
Sounds good.
Sometimes these shots are good.
So some of the additional things that we had to do for the KTC 150 to support operation, as you can see, we used the HE&M supplied loader to load multiple bars, but we had to install an incoming conveyor to bring material up quicker, and then we had to install an outgoing conveyor to fill our particular baskets just for our operation. At Muncie Power Products, a good gear starts with a good blank, and so our blank sawing process has vastly improved with the KTC 150. So now we get a plus or minus 0.02 on thickness, plus or minus 0.02 on parallelism between the 2 cut surfaces, and then a very good surface finish on both sides to start the cut. So the biggest advantage of this for our facility is loading the first operation lathe becomes very square, very parallel, and we start with a better blank, we end up making a better gear. One of the things that became apparent very quickly upon installing the KTC 150 is that it has become very critical to our entire operation. Depending on that saw to feed so many different CNC machines from a single point is a very big advantage from an operational and maintenance perspective, but it quickly became relevant that we cannot afford to have that machine go down for any length of time. The equipment that HE&M sells is world-class. The service and support at HE&M is world-class, and I look forward to working with HE&M in the future on future projects.